A word for our listeners. Masks of Nyarlathotep is set in the 1920s. We will be using terms and sayings from those times, including some that could be considered offensive. It is not our intention to offend. We merely wish to offer as accurate a view of the time period as possible. Welcome to the Nerds Domain presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. Join us each week as our investigators follow a path of clues and attempt to save the world from an ancient evil. Starring John Quiett, Jestin Kimmet, Shirley Niedzwiecki, George Chimples, Jason Hall, and Scott Troiano, with Matt Quiett running the table as keeper. Eldritch evils and crazed cultists await you just beyond this music.
Welcome back. The last time we left our investigators, they were fighting deep ones.
I was asleep, so that's not accurate.
That's true, except for Mr. Weld, who was sleeping through all of the gunshots. Everybody else on the ship is awake. Some people on shore are awake. Mr. Weld, sleeping through it all.
Not losing any sanity. Pretty awesome.
We're 3,700 nautical miles from anything, and there are people on the shore that are awake.
Well, this is
Go ahead.
So, Mr. Botticello, you've rounded the corner. Miss McCrea, you've also rounded the corner. Are you moving closer?
I am charging.
You're charging, so you're going to run at a very quick pace.
How is the ship? Is it like full storm? Is it?
No, there's no
like
storm.
rocking?
You don't hear any storm.
Oh, actually,
There's no storm. What storm are you talking about?
Is
No,
the boat
calm
calm?
earlier. in the night.
It's as calm as the open ocean is.
Me running across the ship. What is the odds of me tripping and falling and impaling myself upon?
What's the giggle factor?
I charge at a brisk pace.
Okay. You'll get there next round. You'll be able to swing.
Okay. I'm going to try to needle off so that way people are fighters.
Can't.
Then I don't worry about it.
Miss McCrea.
I could take buckshot to the butt.
Miss McCrea, are you firing?
Yes, I'm firing.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I make it.
Are you firing at 1 or 2? It doesn't really matter. I just need to know.
Hold
which
on,
one.
there's two?
Yes, there's 2.
No, there's
No,
two.
there's two of them banging on.
I called out there are 2 upon the door.
Oh.
They like me, man.
I'm firing at the closest one.
They must slay the
Okay. So 1 or 2.
Being rude, not answering the
Just
door.
choose a number. Odd or even.
Fine.
1.
Whichever
Okay,
one's
thank you.
closer.
Go ahead and do your. Was that your you? Go ahead.
Was that a
Roll your
suggestion that
damage.
she could fire at one or both of them?
No, number 1 or number 2.
Oh, okay. So I was like, shoot. Two of them.
5.
Why wouldn't you shoot it?
You came with a buckshot.
Okay.
Wait. What's that? SW, nothing else in the Winchester with the
Are you firing a shotgun or a pistol?
shotgun. So that'd be the Winchester.
Yes. 10.
Yes.
Okay. When you fire that shot, they both stop pushing into the door or hitting into the door. The rest of you will get up to the stairs next turn. There's some stairs. Yes. Okay. I guess no one will go up to the top of the stairs ever.
I'm going up there.
I am like, you guys come running, and I'm like, by all means.
Okay. Anyone coming up the stairs will be.
He doesn't come in.
Mr.
Wow.
Mr. Botticello, a spear comes in your direction and misses.
I was going to say, can I dodge? But I'd probably dodge into it.
Yeah. And the other one throws a spear at you as well. That hits.
Can I try to dodge?
Yeah.
So it might not have been going for a vital spot, but it is now.
You go, I'm going to dodge.
Whoa. 8 damage.
Oh, are you unconscious?
Now you know why I didn't run up the stairs.
No? But I'm
So
close.
he had a spear coming at him, and he treated it like a basket catch. I mean, he just lined himself up.
Well, the first
Just
one went straight past him and kind of clattered just past him. The other one probably clipped him good in the or probably stuck him in the shoulder.
I will catch this with my shoulder.
You are such a noble.
Yeah, I'm going to come up.
Do you get more than one shot?
I want as much meat
I get
between
5
me and
rounds.
them.
I get 5 per round. 5 shots per round.
No, that's how many shots you have in the gun. You get 3 shots every 2 rounds. So do you want to take a second shot this round or a second shot next round? Okay, go ahead and fire. Hey, that'll hit.
God, it was.
Okay. Okay. Same one. I
Only
assume.
9.
Same one, I assume.
Yes.
Top of the next round.
Now I will go up the stairs.
Well, it would have. Then you didn't wait at all. So you're gonna.
Well, no,
wait till they're
I'm
past-
waiting for them to go up.
So
And
you
then
two,
I'm gonna be the last one up the
Mr.
stairs.
Byrne and Captain Wilkerson, you guys are rushing up the stairs.
Yes.
Okay, who's first?
I'll go first.
So you run the stairs. Miss McCrea has kind of stepped forward as you're firing, I assume. There's something down the hall. There's two somethings down the hall. Mr. Botticello is running down there. What are you doing?
If I fire now, I'm going to hit one or both of them, correct?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. So you're at the top of the stairs. You're both at the top of the stairs. I need to go in order. That would make sense, right? Surely you can fire again. Sorry.
I thought you were going to have somebody tell you how to run the scene.
That'll do it, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't understand why all the zeros isn't a 0. 8 and 7 is something.
15.
8 and 7.
That one drops. George, make a listen check.
I don't want to at this point. I want to keep it going.
No!
Oh, man. Go sleep. I don't gotta worry about it. I'm good. I am good.
God bless.
So you will make
Jason,
it up as
you
the
will be
last
up
one
next-
falls over.
You'll be up next round.
Stop making
Okay.
a noise. I'm sleeping.
I'm gonna
Reload. Yeah, that's fine. You can reload the whole thing.
Alright.
So,
Scott, you may fire.
pew, 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 pew.
If-
Shots after the second shot.
If I am firing buckshot,
Yes.
will I hit
Yes.
Botticello?
Yes. Anyone in front of you.
You would hit her for 46 and him for whatever.
Probably 2.
So wouldn't you yell, get down?
Even if
Doesn't
he yells
matter.
get down,
No,
it's a code.
No, there is no get down.
Unless you dive into your room.
Getting down is not.
Not doing that. No, I'm door.
Get down!
I am going to charge forward,
You're going to move past McCrea.
yelling, "Make a hole!"
Okay.
Or
So you move
I
forward.
flatten myself against the
clear
wall.
to fire!
Okay.
Flatten myself against
Okay,
the
hold on.
wall.
Because I would make
I
a hole
got it. Hold on. We're going to keep going. John, it's your turn.
I'm clear to shoot a regular bullet.
Okay, go ahead.
Nope.
Okay. Melee. Oh, he goes way before you. He's going to claw at you.
Big numbers.
So is you.
He's going to claw Mr. Botticello, and he's going to claw again. Oh my god.
I might actually be able to try to swing at this thing at least once.
Nice.
No. What about
the other
way?
way?
If you
Yeah,
pull
one's
the
down.
spear
Oh,
out
that's
of
right.
your shoulder and stab him with it.
Run away.
Justin, it is your turn.
Run away.
I'm going to give this back.
55's a hit for a whopping 6 damage.
Okay.
Is your weapon blessed?
Yes, it is.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, it's not.
You're,
Ghost touch.
Oh.
Not
Okay.
Merfolk Bane.
at the end of the round, 2 more of them come out of the open doors
Are you
for the professor's room and Mr. Botticello's room.
I think we know where the crew is, guys.
I was just going to say, ooh, look, crewman.
No, these are 2 more of the.
No, what we're saying is the crewmen are actually these things.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's a thing you could think.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, since there's no crewman coming to the
And,
party.
and
fair.
since the most the most plentiful people besides our own party have been crew members,
Fair enough.
and there were no other passengers,
Okay.
that's who it's got to be.
Go ahead.
Now that we know that these are vermin people, maybe we should stop throwing things from the ocean.
They're
throwing
not
that.
mermen, they're frogs.
You know
Frog
what?
people.
You're
They're-
a sneaky
they're like
little
Latarl, they're
bastard
all on the
right
shore.
now.
Yes,
Alright.
thank you.
Guys,
Sorry.
top of the round. Shirley, you may fire.
Kind of flat against the wall.
That's fine. He passed you.
So over.
So is she going to shoot me with her shotgun?
No, she is using slugs. Okay. Yes, that's.
Yeah, by 1.
This is the number that should be
Oh,
there.
oh, okay.
So you're
okay,
still
got it.
under either way.
Yeah.
Because 52 is not under by 1.
Shut up.
57.
I haven't said this before.
George, make it listen. What's your listen?
Base, 25, man.
I
put that stuff in
Did
the
you
spot.
hit a 35?
48.
Jason.
Whichever one she just did.
No, there's only yeah.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, there are.
Oh, so you already reached the top of the stairs?
Yeah.
Would I have heard him? How far away from the stairs am I?
Not very. Why does it matter?
I'd tell him, turn around and tell him to do this stupid Ouija thing.
My gun will suffer malfunction.
Oh! You have to spin around cleaning it out. That one I know. Yeah.
Drop.
So you're dropping your shotgun and blowing your pistols. That's fine. You will not fire on firing round next turn. You will fire on melee round. That's what the rules say. Scott firing.
Okay.
Mr. Byrne or Mr. Botticello is still way in front of you.
Are there 3?
There are 3 of them, and they're all Mr. Botticello is between you and all of them.
Okay. So when I yelled clear to fire, he didn't move.
Guess not.
What a shame.
Mr. Botticello went down from shotgun in the back.
I had thought the 2 that came out were behind me, not
Nope.
in front of me.
So did I. That's why I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
that's what I was thinking.
there's
So
a
I thought-
reptilian meat wall between me and Mr. Oh.
Yeah, see, that's what I was hoping for.
How far is it in terms of this round between me and Botticello?
You could get next to him this round, but you would only get 1 shot. Does that make sense? Instead of your normal 3, you would get 1.
I do. My question becomes, could I get a second if I pulled up and put the barrel?
Nope, that is with the barrel right next to his head.
Oh, okay.
Or his body or whatever.
All right. Well, then I will sacrifice 2 shots this round, and he might notice the tip of my barrel in his peripheral vision
Okay, you will
as
go.
the gun goes off.
You will go up on melee.
Fair enough.
John.
Yeah, no hearing for you.
I
You
don't
hit?
need it.
Are you firing? Which one are you firing at?
The one that's already been injured.
Okay.
Ooh, 12 damage.
Ouch.
It drops.
Nice.
Top of melee, which goes who's in front of you, Jesse. He claws. Nope. And claws. Yeah, go ahead and dodge that one.
Question: how far are the 2 that are away? Since they came out of
Yes.
other cabin doors.
They're going to be within melee range of him, almost right away.
Hold on, we just dropped 2. I dropped 1. John just dropped 1.
Yeah, but
There
there's
are
no
2 more.
Yeah, they came out of my room and Botticello's room.
Right, so that
I'm
makes
guessing there's
them
one in
in
your room,
range
too.
of Botticello.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why they're attacking.
When I,
Oh,
when I stick the 1, did it look like
Right.
hit? Or
No,
I don't
no.
under. Hold on, guys. What?
when I hit the creature, did it react normally to something getting whacked with a
Yes.
stick?
What does your power do on your stick?
It allows me to hit things that can't normally be harmed.
Right. These things are taking shotgun holes,
Yes,
They're-
and not falling over. I do
but they're
realize
also like, for instance, and this isn't like saying Scott's guns aren't doing anymore, but when he fires his shotgun pellets, some of those are bouncing off. It's thick skin.
that. Okay.
So
But it is
I was
taking
just trying to-
damage
it
from
is
a mundane
taking
weapon.
it is taking the damage.
Yeah.
It's just some of it is not getting through.
That I understand. I was just trying to make sure that when I hit it, did it?
Oh, you
am I
solid.
strong enough
Yeah.
to?
To what?
Am I smart enough to realize that it did not necessarily hurt it, or if it?
Oh no, you know it hit
Okay,
and hurt.
good,
Yeah.
good.
The other one is going to claw at you, Jesse. You cannot dodge again.
Yeah.
No, that hits.
It's probably not gonna
That
be
misses.
good.
9 damage.
Yeah. 9. I am at 0.
So,
So
you
I
call.
didn't need to puncture his ears.
No.
No, you didn't. Scott, guess who gets to fire now?
Me.
Go ahead. Both of them are within the 10, so you get to roll 46 on both. All right, fire.
How many shots am I getting?
1.
Okay, just checking.
Because that number would have changed between rounds, right? Or between me talking about it.
Well, but I'm thinking if he drops as I'm closing,
You
the
had
pit,
to
I
get
don't
all
need
the
to-
way up there.
Okay, that's fine. Because I'm thinking if they attack first and I'm in movement, if I can get 2 shots instead of 1, it's still
You
better.
could have been far enough back. You could have also pelted him with.
That could have.
What about conversation? Like, that happens all the time. It just doesn't happen on that round,
Yes.
right? Because as soon as he would have fired past me, I would have turned around and seen him, and I would have yelled at him to do his spell.
Fine with that.
8.
8?
Under 95.
Nah, I missed the start. Yeah, go ahead. Do your damage.
Darn it.
Hey, at least they don't have
Well,
Hard to die.
Yeah.
13.
13. Yeah, 13. Never mind. I thought that was a 3. It was a 2. 13. On target number 1.
Shirley into fire. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah, Shirley into firing. You hit both.
I hit both? Oh.
Oh, yeah, you did. Roll that twice.
23.
No, that's 5 plus 14 is 19. You get got. You're impaled. Sorry.
Oh.
So
How many
19.
bullets if they puncture something?
How did you fire that sixth shot?
No, this was 5.
So 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So the one of them drops in front of you, Scott. Taken by whatever shot from behind you. George, listen. At a plus 20. For God's sake, they're
45?
outside your door.
Miss! Yeah, I told him.
Jason, you don't get to fire
I go
on this round.
another,
Yep.
yeah.
Scott, you can fire.
Can't he do his magic though?
It takes 2 full rounds now.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
a cracker.
So we hear George betwixt the.
Bang! Bang, bang, bang!
It's a gentle snore, but it's there.
He does
Scott fired. Scott fired.
Firing.
I will skip you.
You will what?
I will skip you.
Hit.
Okay? Roll your damage.
Can I get 3 this round?
You'll get 1 here, and we'll see about if you will survive to do another one.
Okay. 14.
Yeah, that'll drop it. It drops.
Do I get 2 more this round? No?
Oh, yeah, sure, you can fire into them.
Okay, because I'm going to put 1 in each of their heads.
Let me know it's my turn.
I assume you're going to put it right next to them.
Yeah.
We're out of rounds, Jason.
I'm going to kick open the door to her room.
You can't.
Then I will open the door to her room.
You can't. It's locked.
I shoot the.
Oh, you're going to shoot the door
Yeah.
lock in? Okay.
Like, I don't care. I'm opening the door to her room.
And before he gets to her door, I want to go up very gently to Weldy's door and go.
Mr. Weld, you're here talking. No. Hold on. I need to look up a rule real quick.
Because it would be bad decorum to just open the door without knocking.
I assumed everybody locked their doors when they went in. At least 2 of you were too quick to lock them when you came out. That's why those 2 doors were open.
Because you have no sense of personal safety or security other than what's immediately
Oh, I'm
around
sorry,
you that you can touch.
Jason, can you make another roll? What did I tell you earlier?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
It was resistance. Your con is 13.
Yes.
Poison?
You take another 3 points of damage from the poison coursing through your veins.
Awesome. What?
Okay.
Is Botticello dead or bleeding out?
That's a good question. Somebody's going to. There we go. Someone is going to have to stop him.
Ooh, I will use first aid on myself.
You cannot.
You're unconscious.
Okay, there we go.
Stick a finger in
I can tell you that I'm apparently going to be preoccupied.
I'm leaning against the wall. And,
Okay, so hold on. We're not out of combat. I apologize. So who did we just finish up with? Who killed that? Scott, you killed it?
I did.
Okay.
I killed it with the first shot in the round. And then you were going to tell me if I lived to see the next round. Those next 2 that I pumped into its head.
So nobody got to Jesse in that round, right? Jesse, on your turn, you die.
Okay.
What?
No.
You have 1 round. I was looking for that rule. Jesse, on your turn, Mr. Botticello bleeds out on the floor. Sorry.
Man, I don't even know if I can handle this.
Yeah.
Why?
So he was at 0. Anything below 1, if you're unconscious and you have 1 round.
I thought it was number of rounds.
Time. There it is, right.
You go unconscious at 2, I think?
Yeah.
When an investigator's hit points drop to 0 or negative, he or she dies at the end of the following Oh, I guess John, you have a chance to save him. I apologize. Rush up there and
Rush up there. There's not a monster.
roll your first aid.
Do you have first?
Hey, everybody has like a 30 base. And if he succeeds, he gets to bump it up. And if he doesn't, you die.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
It's all your fault.
And he runs up there and goes, and we
You're at
hear,
the top of the
and
round.
we all hear,
I fired before him.
Mr. Weld.
Um,
Would be so
Sleeping while
apropos.
people die.
Oh, sleepy.
So it didn't make enough noise, man. What can I do? I had to go through to wake him up for class.
I know, right? So we'll have gunshots.
I need
somebody
everybody
dies.
in the hallway to make a sanity check.
I take that back. Professor Wentworth, you don't need to make one.
Ooh.
You're dead.
I made it.
Somebody goes, no! And Weldy wakes up going, I feel excellent. It's so refreshing.
I made it.
Oh, no, so close.
So you all, Mr. Byrne runs up and like tries to stop the bleeding, but Mr. Byrne, it's clear that you can't stop it. There's not enough time, and it's clear to you that Mr. Botticello is dead, and it's clear to everybody else from the way, especially Captain Wilkerson. You've seen soldiers deal with death, and Mr. McCrea, you've seen people, you've seen stuff like this before. It's clear that Mr. Botticello is dead. If you failed, you lose one sanity. If you did not fail, you don't lose any. So, Professor Wentworth, you didn't really care. If he died,
dead?
oh
Not really.
well.
One less thing you have to worry about, right?
Your stuff is now my stuff.
So please roleplay appropriate. Go ahead.
No!
So do you stream out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still shooting the
Mr.
lock
Weld,
off
go
her
ahead and
door.
roll a listen, because that would be awesome. Go ahead.
Yes! Wait, we just get the bonus.
No.
Nope. No! Fail! By one.
So you're still messing with my door?
No, they came out of my room, they came out of his room.
Are you going to check her room then?
Yeah, I literally
Okay.
blow the lock off and
Okay.
kick the door
So after
open.
you're all aware, you shoot the door, the lock, and kick the door.
Yeah, like I'm not entering, I'm just like,
Nothing's in. I mean, there's a Foot Locker,
Snuggle
her
up in bed.
stuff.
okay, but there's no like huge freaking thing.
The Foot Locker's kind of propped up on a pillow like it
I
was
don't
sleeping there.
So I don't know why he's going in there, and I think he's going after the trunk. I have my gun cocked. I'm going to go put my gun to his head.
It's fair.
Roll play that shit out.
Yeah, go ahead. So you
Hells
feel
yeah.
the cold steel. Well, actually, it's probably warm because it's been fired. you know that you'll burn him if you put it right on it. But like putting your hand on your
Push
on
on
his
his
Yeah.
shoulder.
Do it.
Burn that shit in so that his smart ass will remember.
McCrea becomes very dark.
Be like, maybe I'm not very book learned, but you're going to learn this. So what do? Get him.
Do it.
I
Get him.
don't know, like, I don't want to do all that.
If you want to, go
But
ahead.
no, I like put my hand on his shoulder. I mean, Mr. Wentworth, what do you think you're doing?
Checking your room for monsters.
Well,
Did they not walk out of mine and Botticello's bedrooms? Did I miss something?
I don't care. There's nothing in here.
No,
Get
I'm
out.
saying yes. I'm going for the books, and I'll close her door and be like, I'm just a horrible person here to kill everyone.
You hear the clattering of boots coming from the front of the ship as probably the first officer. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. First mate, and like two of the other sailors come covered in blood.
Would there be enough rounds, finger quoting? How many rounds would it be?
It'd been another 2 or 3.
Okay, then I'm gonna read.
Oh, yeah.
I will have.
They come
Yeah.
running through. One of them is carrying some sort of harpoon-like thing. One of them's carrying a spear that was clearly taken from one of these things, and the other one has a shotgun. And they come round the corner, like wide-eyed, covered slightly in blood,
Hallway full of blood.
and they're. You guys okay?
And we're all like, we got this.
Mr. Botticello was unfortunately slain.
So was the captain and 3 other of our crew.
I'm going to take the time to
Right.
administer first aid to myself.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna walk past. I'm gonna walk past him and shoulder check him as I go by.
He's like, I'm gonna tie off the dog. Ah, jeez.
And walk up to Weld's door and pound on it.
1d3. Mr. Weld, you hear someone pounding at your door because at this point, eventually, they're gonna wake you up.
Yes, what is it?
And at that point, you smell gun smoke.
Lots of it. And blood.
Lots and lots of gun smoke, and something kind of putrid.
So I open the door and I'm naked carrying a shotgun, and you notice that I've got a lot of tattoos on me. Not where you would be visible wearing normal clothes, but like on my torso and on the upper parts of my legs.
Like kanji tattoos, like a monk tattoos.
Yeah, it would be Eastern languages. So if any of you read Eastern languages, you recognize. Otherwise, it'd be gibberish.
But not like
So
Yakuza
on the
tattoos.
ground,
No, it's not Victoria.
on the ground is Mr. Botticello and 4 bodies.
Sanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Okay, and roll sanity again.
For all 4 bodies.
That I pass.
Okay, so you don't lose anything for Mr. Botticello, but the 4 bodies cause you to lose D6. As you open the door, Mr. Botticello is not moving, he is not breathing, and the 4 other things have been pulpated by now by Scott.
I'm actually going to go corpse to corpse and cut their heads off with my silver machete.
Okay. So Mr.
Like just-
Professor Wentworth goes to the first body and pulls out this, 4 foot long,
No, it's machete size. It's about
This-
2.5 feet.
very silvery machete.
With hieroglyphic silver.
He chops the first head off, goes to the next one. Are you guys slowing him down at all?
No.
Because the
but
crew's like, whatever, whatever.
I tell Courtney, I'm like, Courtney, get some clothes on, and I go grab his stick.
Actually, she's probably like, Courtney, jeez. Like,
I ignore her
No,
because I
no.
also go towards him and try and grab the stick.
Oh, okay, so we're both doing the same.
Yeah.
Are you gonna stop him from grabbing the stick? Or are you gonna?
I'm kind of gonna give him a second look, but I'll let him take it.
I sit down, cross-legged in front of him, and hold the stick kind of on my knees, and I start chanting.
In English?
Hindi.
Hindi? Okay. The crew kind of let you cut off the heads, and by kind of, I mean they don't slow you down at all, but then like come and like walk up to the bodies with hooks
Like drag them over to me.
and snap into the body, and they start dragging them off the boat.
No, I want to keep one.
Okay. Was it just these 4?
No, there's 2 more downstairs.
You can have one of the ones downstairs. These are heavy enough. We don't need to drag them up.
The ones downstairs on heads.
No, mine's still comparatively intact.
So they drag 5 of the bodies off. Are you keeping one of the heads too? I assume.
Well, no, I'm going to keep one whole because I'm going to autopsy that
Whole-ish.
the crap out of that.
Whole-ish.
Yo, I want to know like his heart is here, his liver is there.
So they drag the bodies off. The sun comes up by the time everything's done. It's been a very long night. The captain is dead. It's dead. The first mate comes back shortly later. He says, you would have to text him that question. I'm not about to ask. Okay. The first mate comes back after everybody's kind of cleaned up a little bit, and he says, Captain, Mr. Byrne, I understood you wanted to talk to the captain last night. Is there anything I can help you with?
It's a moot point at this juncture.
Crazy word. Okay. You wanted to talk to the captain last night, and the first mate talking to you now. You want to talk to the captain last night. Is there anything I can help you
I
with?
said it's a moot point now. But Mr. Botticello saw the boy down there.
Apparently there were stowaways. That was what we wished to discuss with the captain.
We thought there might have been one, but we hadn't seen him yet. We usually give it a little bit of time before we really get into looking, because where are they going to go? They're on a ship or in the middle of the ocean. We did find a circle of sorts. The gentleman and miss, it's addressing all of you at the same time. You don't seem as fazed by this as the crew. So perhaps you should take a look at what we got.
What sort of a circle?
I mean, I'm not a learned man.
I will.
Sir.
So
I know.
Well, like the size of a dime, a nickel.
I know the stars. I know the water. I know a boat. Beyond that, if you want to look at it, go look at it. If not,
How big was it?
big enough for a man to stand in, probably 3 feet across.
Certainly likely be about it. We will have the professor with us.
So are you going to go down by yourself?
That would be
No.
Botticello's.
Because
Yeah, I'll go down and look at it.
if
I'll go with
Weld isn't moving,
This has been a while.
I would be doing this for hours unless someone stops me.
I'm going to
Are you
stop
doing the
you
chanting
and
thing?
tell you
The
that
crew
you
probably-
need to
Making the
move
shotgun.
it.
The
Nice.
crew probably help you move him out of the way, like gently and nicely, like into a room, so that you're not in the hall. But other than that, they don't say a word.
Then I stay there until
They
whatever.
don't stuff a 2x4 under him and just
No.
lever him off into the other.
No.
Just check it.
So the professor and Mr. Byrne are going and looking at this.
Well, before we go, I want to have a private word with the captain. Like, I will pull you aside.
Oh, anybody that is alive that has Cthulhu Mythos can roll that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think I was going to need to kill you first.
I would have made it.
Now you're just torturing yourself. Yes.
Exactly.
4?
No, it's 24.
Oh.
14 under.
So nobody made it.
Byrne?
No, I got a 62.
Okay.
My
So
10 points.
these are some sort of frog monsters. I mean, that's basics of what you know. So you're going to talk to the captain.
Yes. Well, everyone is preoccupied. Please go into Botticello's room and find anything.
Certainly. I split off.
You don't have anything except those two non-mythos books, right?
Yeah.
The bronze
Actually, I
disc.
think it was.
Oh, and the bronze disc.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
bronze
you-
disc. I gave you the bronze disc earlier, didn't I? 'Cause I wasn't going to be
nope.
casting.
I had one made.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Yes.
Well, the bronze disc, any books you have, any...
Oh, I'm gonna toss his room.
Yeah.
I want to know if there's a stick.
Are
a
you going to
backup
gently,
stick.
gently toss the room?
I'm going to try to stop you. It's disrespectful. You should not be in his room.
When are you stopping?
Well,
Before I go in, we're like, certainly, and I head
Yeah,
down the
that's all
hall.
there is. Besides, like, a trigger. I had scepter written down, but yeah, that was a scepter he'd taken at one point, so I just didn't erase it.
Go ahead.
Did they put
It's just the two
Botticello
books.
in his room or just a room off the hall?
No, it was closest to Weld's room, so I would
Okay.
imagine they moved in. Did they move into your room?
As he was naked with the shotgun.
We should roll a D6 and figure it out.
Well, room you're in?
ST.
What room they put Botticello's body in?
He was right in front of yours, so probably yours.
Thank you.
Well, write down the names of the books. Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
So you're going to head into the room.
And let,
And I'm going to... Captain, what are you doing?
retrieving items, and I begin to. I go through the bed, I go through the drawers, I open the trunks.
So you head towards the bed and go through it. Did you have a chance to start reacting?
That's fine.
Stop. You're being disrespectful.
Oh.
You can do this a lot nicer.
Real quick, I will pick up my shotgun.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like leave it in the hallway. Just letting it.
Then if we have a moment before we head off, I want to hear an argument between McCrea and
Okay, go ahead.
Miss McCrea. I understand that going through someone's stuff this quickly is normally disrespectful, but in this situation, we need to secure any materials that
Or find what's
would
missing.
be, and okay, what would be missing?
Oh, we don't know if these are the only people here.
Right.
It might have been here. The reason I opened her door was to see if there was somebody in there trying to take the things we
Yeah,
had.
we need to make sure that we have everything that we need, and to make sure that the crew doesn't find anything that would make them suspicious of us.
Why would they be going through this stuff?
Well, I don't wish to cast dispersions on anyone so early.
Speak ill of the day.
Yeah, in our acquaintance, but sometimes sailors steal. We don't want them to have the opportunity to take anything important.
And I've been ignoring the entire conversation. I'm still just.
So are you trashing the room? Like, totally
Oh,
trashing?
Are you doing
Move
the
from-
official DEA search, basically?
So you're
I'm-
tossing shit on the floor.
I'm not smashing, but I'm bed first, then chests, then desk, then once I've opened anything larger than a pack of cards, I will gather what I find and go out in the hall.
Yeah, short of like shooting anybody, there's nothing that I can do. So I just
he unpacked his clothes,
hang my head. And
but his trunk is locked. Do you break the lock?
No, I'm just going to bring the entire trunk. If it's locked, I bring the trunk. If you interject again and go, that's disrespectful, my response would be, we are in the middle of a battlefield and we are gathering resources. You need to stop and help me move this
No,
trunk.
I just walk out of the room.
Okay.
I'm like sickened by the whole thing.
And I'm in full trenches. We're in a war and people got shot, so we need to grab shit and move.
Okay.
We don't have time. It's
So
just
We're on
you
a boat.
pull
Where are we gonna go?
you pull your the trunk out. You going into your room with it?
I'm taking it to your room, actually.
So Professor Wentworth.
No.
No,
No,
mine.
McCrea.
To Miss McCrea's.
Okay.
Great.
You're
those
the
of you
person
listening
that's
at
in
home.
charge of holding on to all the stuff, right?
So is Byrne.
Byrne's gonna go.
Yeah, but your lock's been shot off, so you can get in there easy.
Hey,
So you go into her room with the trunk, kind of follow
and I'm
her in.
standing
Oh no, I
there.
set it on the. I put it on her doorstep. I wouldn't want to be disrespectful.
Mm. Well,
Yeah, because this is what we think about.
So,
No, because I set it down and fully expect her to grab it and take it.
Well, this room isn't secure anymore, so I think I need a new room. Can you just take that over to Byrne's?
Where is Byrne's room in relation to hers?
It would be across the hall or
Yeah.
something.
I don't know. I'm asking. I didn't have this information yet.
Wait. Is the door locked?
Mr. Burns' room? Yeah, because he was at the card game. The only two doors that were not locked were Professor Wentworth and Mr. Botticello, because neither one of you said, when I leave the room, I lock the door, like Mr.
Well,
McCrea did.
No, yeah, and I was
Yeah,
moving.
you
for
guys
speed,
were,
not
yeah,
for
no,
stealth.
I get that. So,
All right, so we're gonna go down to the valley of the ship.
Whenever
yeah,
we're
so you
ready.
two go down to
Is
the...
Byrne available to unlock his door and let us put stuff in there?
I
Or have
know.
they left
Yeah.
already?
Yeah, he unlocks the door
Okay, then I put the stuff in there.
and locks the door back. So the
I
two...
put the trunk that's off my bed in there too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So, the two of you go by yourself down there?
Yeah, I'm gonna be continuing to check my bandages.
That's fine. You guys get down there, and it's kind of stuck behind one of the engines. And there's maybe a 3-foot wide circle. Professor, can you roll occult?
That's
Okay. It's some sort of focusing ring for some sort of spell. You don't know what it would be for sure.
very design.
Yeah, there's some swirly, almost like water looking.
Okay, the asshole called him onto the ship.
So
I mean,
the first mate, points at it, shows you what's going on. We found this. It's all in black coal, not coal, charcoal. There we go.
Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break the circle.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach over and just make sure it's fully broken.
Okay.
So that it's not charged.
Yeah,
or whatever.
It's fine. Give me a Cthulhu roll. You can do that too. Yeah, forgot.
Nope.
Okay.
Just about
Yeah, there's.
You have more Cthulhu than I do, by the way.
10? Oh, wow.
So that's the best you got. We've seen it now. There's not a whole lot you can really do.
Alright.
The first mate says, "Can we just wash that off? It's creeping up the guys."
I wanna basically make a paper copy of it. I'm not gonna fully put the design
Right.
because I don't wanna activate it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Makes sense.
It comes out of the paper. Yes.
Yeah, I don't want something to be no!
Okay, so you make notes about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any runic script or anything like that and designs. I want to avoid the face hugger moment, basically.
Captain, you have a piece of paper? You have a piece of paper.
Yes, I do.
Do you hand that off to anyone? Mr. Weld is clearly preoccupied.
What was that look about there, Missy? Wow, she's upset with me.
For those of you listening at home, Shirley is getting what I can only call the look of "you will pay."
The stink eye.
It's usually the one I get when I'm in
Yeah.
trouble.
Wow. Okay.
We're gonna rename her character Malokio.
Wow.
So, what are you doing with that paper?
Are you going to give it to me or not?
Well, I'm thinking A, the stink eye. B, she obviously didn't go to university, so she doesn't speak a ton of languages. I think I'm going to have to follow the professor and see if I can't puppy dog him to hand off the.
The professor comes back up not a couple minutes later. I mean, he's not gone very long.
Professor, half sheet of paper.
Do you speak Spanish?
No, but I have Latin and Greek, so I could at least figure out the structure.
I mean, it's clearly Spanish now that you've seen it.
Yeah.
And if he can't read it, it's not French. So
Yeah.
it kind of it's either Spanish or Portuguese. Because they're close enough.
All right.
You pick out a couple of words. Call. What was the other one I said? Far away. You also pick out the word beneath. But that's about it. Without speaking Spanish.
Right.
Can you read it?
No.
I look to the first mate or the crewman. Are there any people here that speak? I did.
No. I'm gonna look at the first mate like, do you have any
I would have if I could have. Sheesh.
Hold on.
Spaniards, Mediterraneans on board?
I think one of the Brits speaks it.
All right, could you please?
Yeah,
He's not
they'll be
dead,
down
is
in a few minutes. And a few minutes later, Cockney speaking fellow.
Hello,
Gov.
Hello.
Oi! What the hell you want?
What can I do for you?
I'm just gonna hand him a piece of paper and be like, I need you to try to translate this for us.
You want it written, or you just want me to read it to you? I don't write the good.
Yeah, no, I was gonna be like, can you write?
Yeah. So he starts reading through it, and it's there's clearly a chant here. It's clearly a spell.
All right, if you would please read it in a broken, like
Read the last sentence, then the first sentence, then the second to last sentence, then the second.
As he starts talking, it's clear that it is a spell. It's a contact spell for something you've not heard of before.
Can I pick out whatever it's called?
The Spanish word for it is those beneath.
Okay.
That's what it translates into in English.
I'm gonna have him write it down.
It's not that important.
Oh no, I meant the guy write the spell down. Because we need another one of
Well,
those.
I'm gonna take what he tells me.
Wow, you were just full of cynical and bitter.
I will be transcribing this later in private. What he tells me.
Okay.
But I am gonna have him read the whole thing. I'm just gonna have him
It
break up the tempo.
It does
of it.
take it. It does. You do realize that if you transcribe this into English, if you translate it into English, it may lose the tempo. You may have to restructure it.
The rhyme measure.
Yeah, you're not sure how that would work, and so on and so forth.
But what I am going to do
figure it
is
out.
I'm going to take it and I'm going to compare it to the contact nodding spell I know.
There are similarities, but not.
Yeah, well, I mean, just to identify the structure. Of
Yeah.
the spell.
I mean, with that, you could probably take a couple of days and translate it perfectly so that it would still activate.
Okay. But I'm not going to use it or anything like that.
And now that you've seen the spell, if this is what he used, which I mean, you kind of piece that together from what was downstairs. Then what was downstairs only heightened the power. Okay. So it was a focusing ring.
Interesting. Focusing range.
I was just going to say, that could be useful in something else.
And I know this is a small, short episode, but we're going to talk to Botticello now. We're going to stop where we're at.
Yeah, character.
We want to talk to Jesse about your next character. Do you have a plan?
Well, we
Who's
had
the
started
skill-based
to make
character?
another character back when I thought I was going to die trying to rescue Mr.
And who
Byrne.
was that?
The writer?
The writer.
Yeah, the journalist.
Please be us.
I had a
Okay.
sort of thing started, but we're not there anymore. I was going to be one of the soldiers under Captain Wilkerson who had picked up the job at a different time. And yeah, but that boat's kind of sailed. So
Now you get to be a sneaky.
So I could
Egyptian.
I have a couple of options for you.
Okay.
You can play Erica Carlisle's bodyguard. I have that ready. You could play, and I'm going to steal this from you, George, and I apologize, the Right Reverend Stratton. of that druidic order.
The guy whose desk you broke.
He could be following shortly behind you. We could make a brand new character in Egypt that just happens to know Captain Wilkerson. Maybe he was stationed in the war and is now in Egypt.
Or any of the guides on any of the safaris we've taken.
My family would know people here.
Could play connections to.
You could be a Tomb Raider.
Wentworth, yeah. Which actually that would make a little bit more sense. So
Yeah.
Those are your options. You can go whatever direction you want, but those are the ones I think would work best for right now. Erica Carlisle's bodyguard has some clear ties and some clear animosity with the captain already. So there's that. That's fine. And clearly you're not against animosity with other players.
No.
Apparently not.
Was he more of a melee-ish kind of a character?
Yes.
I was surprised I lived this long being a melee character. I would like to stay away from the melee.
He can be rewritten to be not. The Right Reverend Stratton is 67, so not a combat character whatsoever. Like, as much as Professor Wentworth is not a combat character and yet shot things today, the Right Reverend Stratton is not a combat.
Question.
Yes.
The rest of the boat ride, I'm assuming we'll be able to attend to any medical needs.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a minute.
Are we going to do the funeral?
We'll talk about that in just a minute. That'll probably be our next episode. Excellent. So,
Well, my other question is,
what do you think?
I think the whole archaeological Tomb Raider sort of situation might be easier to get in, and I wouldn't start with animosity towards the group. And while I don't mind animosity, I feel as if this group has enough of it already without dragging it in already.
Okay. So maybe
I just want a gun-toting maniac of my own.
So this is my suggestions, and I would suggest you contact the people I mentioned. So you're clearly connected to Professor Wentworth's family.
Yep.
Maybe you knew them. Maybe you went to school with Weld at one of the 14 universities he attended.
No, I went to Harvard.
Was it just Harvard? I thought you went from school to school.
That was when I was going around Asia. That was like from.
Okay. But maybe you attended Harvard, or maybe you were in Boston, because Harvard's in Boston, right? Cambridge. Maybe you went to a school nearby for archaeology, or you hung around Boston around the archaeology students, and you could have met Weld there. So at least give you connections to two of the characters, so that when they show up, it's not out of the norm. And that's been.
Did you teach anthropology at all, or?
And archaeology, and so did my parents, and we came here when I was a kid.
When did they pass?
I was a teenager, I believe.
So it's been
like 20 years.
Okay.
What about a college dropout who was one of your students and decided the field work was more entertaining than
That's fine. There's another profession in the book that's for people who work in the field instead of college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. There's a good profession for that. So I think that's a good. I honestly like that. It would also give you some knowledge of Egypt that nobody else will have, which will help everybody.
Yeah. You could be basically my counterpart.
Yeah. So
like I'm the book guy,
and
you're the field guy.
And you can still have the occult, which not that there's a lack of occult at the table anymore. But it never hurts to have an extra eye on something.
True.
And you could have a little bit of, the rough and tumble kind of stuff that Professor Wentworth did not start out with.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to need you to use a whip and a pistol.
So we got Indiana Jones.
Yes.
So I would like to talk about Botticello real quick. What did you guys like about how he was played? Because I think that's important, not just for the listeners, but for the players.
True to your theme.
Yeah, you had that creepy sort of heretic killer thing down pat.
No, what I liked about and this came out of my character was that you got a bum rap at the beginning because like the you were talking about the psychopath murderer thing, and I do think it was justified and made sense, and I think the way that your character handled it as I'm not really going to fight this. I'm going to do my own thing and just fight evil, and people can think of me what I want, and I liked that it was. You could have been like, no, you guys are wrong, and you're just like, no, whatever. It was neat.
Were you a heretic killer from the beginning?
Yes.
Were you? Because you might have mentioned that to me.
I did. My private eye thing was called Ichabod's Inquisition. For a reason.
Nice.
So, anybody else any thoughts about how he's played, or?
So, did your guy kill people in his private life?
No, he never actually killed people, but he did
You were a
try
church
to
guy.
bring those kind of people to justice in a less stabby killing sort of way.
You are
Nice.
less successful here. You're doing
Yes, exactly.
I'm assuming you were like church affiliated. I mean, like, whether or not it was an open thing. Like,
Yes.
Any other thoughts from anybody?
Did you have any deep secrets or anything that you can reveal that won't come up a lot later about your character?
Not really. I dodged the war. I was a
Draft dodger?
Yep.
Nice.
That's one of the things I was trying to make up for. One of the reasons I wanted to save the girl so badly was because the main reason I dodged the draft was my wife was pregnant and she wanted me to stay and take care of the family, and I had to make a deal with certain unsavory people to stay, and then she died in childbirth with the child, and the deal I had made could not be cut out of.
So
Wow, that's deep backstory.
that's deep, Ogre.
We didn't know Botticello at all.
Yeah, I'm really happy you don't know my backstory.
Yeah, that was how I got into the major occult thing was doing one of the cleanups for one of the mob heads. One of them was kind of a cultish.
Mm-hmm. Don't feel bad. My parents are cultists.
Ooh,
yeah.
I wonder if that was one of
his parents are.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, no,
Did
really.
you just find that out of game?
Yeah. So, I think that'll do us tonight. I know it's a little bit of a short episode. We were kind of in the middle of a hectic combat, and I wanted to make sure we spotlighted Mr. Botticello and everything Justin brought to that character and to the game because of it. We want to thank him for his time and for his character, and that's what happens in Call of Cthulhu. I'm surprised no one died earlier, honestly.
I tried. We have really like skimmed the edge of death like so many times.
I never imagined a melee character would make it this long. I really didn't.
So, we will talk to you guys next week.